Have you ever wondered why some people in their 60s may look younger while others often struggle with simple tasks? Well, part of the answer may be their lifestyle along with the amount of functional muscle they have. In your 50s, it's important to be able to stay independent, move around functionally, and functional muscle may be a part of that longer lifespan that you're looking for. And as someone that's been working out for over a year, I've personally experienced the benefits of functional muscle. So my first main point, which I'll be going over, is why it's important to maintain and build functional muscle mass. The second main point I'll be going over is how leg strength correlates to longevity. And finally, my last main point will be how functional muscle relates to cognitive ability going into your older age. You may not think having functional muscle mass is important, but it really is. According to an article published by the Massachusetts General Hospital in 2025 titled Why Muscle Mass Matters and How to Keep It by Lisa Keir, a national board certified health and wellness coach. Studies show that muscle mass is a better predictor of mortality rather than BMI. This means that having functional muscle mass will essentially prevent mobile disability going into older ages, which keeps the body running in these older ages. And here's a graph which represents that by the Northern Michigan Sports Center, showing data of people who have worked out over their lifetime versus those who don't. And as you can see, people who work out do not reach the disability threshold at a fast rate, while those who do not exercise typically reach the disability threshold at a faster rate, as after the age of 50, muscle loss rapidly accelerates. Besides preventing mobile disability, functional muscle mass can also help prevent death. According to an article published by Experimental Gerontology in 2021 titled Assessment of Functional to Sit Muscle Power by Julian McCauser, Paragrad, and fellow colleagues who are all researchers for prestigious universities, low stand-to-sit power is associated to higher all-cause mortality, and especially among older adults, regardless of their physical activity levels. Having more functional muscle mass relates to having a better stand-to-sit power, which then lowers your chances of all-cause mortality, which is related to longevity and living longer. People, to improve their functional muscle mass, they often do hypertrophic training, which for many includes an upper-lower split about 4 to 6 days per week, which prioritizes the lower body as it's half of what you do on your workouts, which then helps relate back to the stand-to-sit power, causing you to most likely live longer. And speaking of the lower body is actually one of the most important factors to a long and a healthy life. According to an article published by Muscle Strength Development, Assessment and Role in Disease in 2013 titled Muscle Strength in Chronic Heart Failure by Kleber Ferrazzi, Perezzuto, and fellow colleagues who are all visiting scientists at Harvard, muscle strength of the lower legs has been observed to predict the survival of patients with chronic heart failure. And these benefits are not just, the benefits of functional muscle mass are not just associated with survival in chronic heart failure, it's also related to any other chronic disease, neurodegenerative diseases. And the more lower body mass you have, the more likely you're able to keep your brain functioning into older ages. Muscle mass acts as a metabolic engine for the brain, and this keeps your brain functioning into older ages. And according to an article published by PMC PubMed Central in 2018 titled The Role of Dietary Protein and Muscular Fitness on Longevity and Aging by Barbara Strasser, Constantinius Velaklis, and colleagues who are all researchers at prestigious universities, studies among older people have shown a strong association between lower muscle strength and higher cognitive impairments and diseases. So this is what relates back to the brain and the skeletal functional muscle mass relating to the it's essentially the metabolic engine for the brain, and so this is why it's important to prioritize keeping this mass going into older ages, as you'll be less likely to build up any neurodegenerative diseases or anything of that sort of nature. Now you should know about the importance of functional muscle mass. You should now understand why people prioritize maintain and building functional muscle mass. And the importance of leg strength and how it can prevent all-cause mortality is now clear to you. Finally, you have a better idea of the association between muscle mass and cognitive function going into older ages. You should now be informed about the health benefits of functional muscle. Functional muscle is much more about looking good. It is about living a longer, higher quality of life, and increased improvement in your health. Thank you.